Okay, fine. So, good afternoon. This is one particular small topic in your Unit 3. Uh, so, Unit 3 we had discussed on modules, packages, then strings and how to operate on the strings. So, maybe a little bit of last part of your Unit 3 is regular expression before we jump into some examples. See, regular expressions are, we call that as REGX. So most of the books, actually, they call it as REGEX or REGEXP. That's how they write actually. So regular expressions, regular expressions. So they write in this form REGX or REGXP. So this is how they try to represent. Now, why this regular expressions? Okay. Now, when you want to search something in a particular document or particular kind of a maybe a text file or any kind of a thing, so we try to use this regular expressions as a search tool. Okay, we will use this regular expressions as a search tool. How this particular thing is a something like we are going to use a sequence of characters and that will form a search pattern. Okay, so to be very precise, regular expressions can be used to check if a string contains that particular specific pattern or specified search pattern is existing or not is what we are going to do it actually. So that's what is very precisely we look into it. It provides a precise or we call it a concise and also it should be a little bit flexible also. When I try to search it actually, I should have a little bit of flexibility within that. Say for example, I want to search a word between with capital letter A to Z or a small letter between A to Z, I should be able to do it. When I'm doing that, so I should be able to find exactly, that is we are trying to match or find a particular string in a text. That's what we are trying to do, and that's what your regular expression does it. Okay, so let me write that. So regular expression, so color change. So regular expression is we call it as REGX is used or can be used to check if a string, I'm looking at a string, contains the specified contains the specified search pattern. Okay, this is in the broad what I can tell. So if you want to go deep in this thing, so when I'm doing the search pattern, the search should be precise. The search should be precise or concise, what we call precise, or we can call it as a concise. At the same time, it should be flexible and it should be flexible. So when I try to do this actually, so it's a flexible means of searching. So it should be flexible, at the same time it should be precise in finding the strings of a text. Okay, in finding the strings of a text. If I'm able to do this, your regular expression is very effective. Is it whether I'm trying to do particular patterns? Yes. Pet a particular set of characters? Yes. So all this search it is for a particular set of patterns or a set of characters. Is what I'm trying to do it. Oh, is there an advantage? What is the advantage of it actually? So the advantage, if I try to look at it, so let me write that. It's a very, see, if we call it as, it's a very powerful method of searching and it is cryptic in nature. That's what most of some of the textbook they call. Cryptic means actually I will go and look into that particular object and try to search and give my output. That's the meaning of it. At the same time, it should not be too complex to understand and implement. So it should be easy. See, whatever I'm going to do actually, whatever the set of regular expressions, some quick guide or expressions I'm going to use, it should be easily understood and I should be able to implement it. And all the characters or patterns, they are called as markers. So these three things has to be, I should be able to do it. So then only your regular expressions will be very effective. So the first thing is, the regular expression is very powerful, okay, and it is cryptic in nature. It is cryptic in nature. The second one is actually it is easy to understand and implement. Easy to understand and implement. And third one is all the characters of the string or patterns, they are all marked. That is, markers means actually they are characterized. All the characters or the patterns what we are looking, they are your identification markers of identification. What I am trying to do it. Okay, when we try to do these things actually, then your regular expressions is useful. Now, when I am trying to do these regular expressions, I should be able to import a particular model. Okay, so in regular expressions when I'm doing, we have what is called as regular expressions module. What is this actually? It is a Python, okay, Python as a built-in module. That's a built-in module. Okay, we call that as RE. So which can be used to work with regular expression. So RE has to be used. So which has to be used to work with regular expressions. So whenever I am trying to do this code on regular expressions, I should import this regular expressions. If I don't import your regular expression, I can't do it. So let me take one simple example. Okay, let me take an example. Okay, let me take an example of a regular expression code. The first thing what I should do right is actually I should import RE. This should be your first line. So this should be your first line. So then, say for example, let me write one text as string or whatever you want. So let me call it as a string or a text, whatever it may be. Let me write that as some text, and that is a string. So we had some breakfast. So I had idli, okay, for breakfast. So let me be anything. Let it be very practical. This is my string. So now in this string I want to search for something. In this I want to search for your maybe I want to search for what is it? Maybe idli I want to search. Okay. So I want to search for idli. So what should I do? I should be able to write a code for it. So then, so we have to match for it or we have to check for it. That's what we try to do. So how to do that actually? To do that, let me call it some A or X or whatever it may be. I'll write one simple thing, that is some X is equal to RE, that is regular expression, dot, I am going to use a search function. Okay, a search function. Okay, a search function. So now I will search for idli for I will look actually. I will search for the idli actually. This is what I'm going to do it actually. So what I will do, I will first write this particular thing, then I will try to explain what are those actually. Now search has to be within some braces. So I'm going to open my string and I'm going to use one symbol, this symbol. So that is, it shows the beginning of your sentence. Okay. Then I'm going to put from the beginning. So it has to, then dot, I'm going to star, then I'm going to put for. Okay. Then I may put a dollar. Okay. I will close it. Where I need to check it, actually it is in the string text. So now I have written something over here. If you closely observe, I have used some special characters. What are those special characters? I have used a hyphen this thing, I used a dot, and I used a star, and I used a dollar symbol. Okay, what are these? Those are called as regular expression characters. Okay, those are called as regular expression characters. And these regular expression characters has some meaning. Or few books they call it as meta characters also. So some of the Python textbooks they call these as, see, few books they call it as regular expression characters, and some of the books they call this as meta characters. Okay, meta characters. What are these actually? So the moment I put this particular thing, okay, let me start with one by one. So I will give you a list of it. You can just check it. There are called as some special meta characters which are used with some special meaning. What is it? So if I put it actually, say this one. So what is the meaning of it? This means any string it starts with, when I'm trying to search actually, it is going to search with I had. See, if you look into this particular text actually as a string, so when I use this particular character, that is your hyphen, whatever is v, whatever is there, whatever that particular character, the moment I do, what it's going to search actually, it has to search from the beginning of this particular thing. It is going to look from the beginning. Beginning means it's going to start with I. Okay, so say for example, if I try to put a string like this, maybe hello, what it's going to search actually, it is going to search for the word which begins with hello. Okay, say that's something like, it's something like, say, if you give an example, say I have a some string, this a is equal to, so I have a string something like this, hello India. What does it mean? It means that, okay, it means that when I use this particular thing, when I try to search it, it will start searching from the beginning of this particular thing. So it will search for the word hello, but it will start with the beginning of it. So it need not be this one. So hello is there in that. So let me write. This is, so let me call it as, this is the hello India. Let this be the string. So when I try to put this particular thing for search, this one, it starts searching from the word. See, it starts searching for the word hello, starting with this is the, it's going to start with the first one. Yes, the string. So what do you mean by it? See, the moment it means actually, it means there is a if else statement. That meaning of it, it will search for if there is something. If A is there, yes, the string starts with the beginning, or if there is a no match, if the nothing is there for the word hello, it works as a if else statement. That's the meaning of it. It works as a if else statement. It will search for the beginning and it will search for the word hello. Okay, you got it? So that is one particular special character. Do you have such special characters, other meta characters, others are there? Yes, this is. And if I use this particular character, what is it? If I use a dollar, okay, what does it mean? it means ends with. Ends with. So now, how to use this particular thing? I can go, maybe I can put, so it ends with, say if I put breakfast and dollar. If you look at my previous thing, whatever I had, no, so it begins with I, it ends with breakfast. So it ends with that particular letter. That means it will check for the word idli for till the end of it. Till the end of that particular word for. So yes, the string ends with that particular thing. So the moment the string ends with what I'm searching actually, it means I will start searching this word, searching the particular word idli from the beginning of the sentence, and I'm going to end at for. That's the meaning of it. The string will start with the beginning. I had idli, so it starts with I, it ends at for. Within that, it is going to search. It's going to search for the word idli for or idli whatever. Now in between I have a star. What is the meaning of that particular star? So that also we look into it. What is that star? Okay, star means it is looked for 0 or more number of sequences or occurrences, what we call. Okay, the meaning of that particular thing is actually the moment I write. Okay, the moment if I write star, okay, it checks for the character. It checks for the character 0 and its occurrences. How many occurrences? How many times it is repeating? Okay, it checks for that particular word and how many number of occurrences. 0 or more number of occurrences. Say what is it actually? If I want to do this actually, say if I want to search for it, say in that particular thing, I will search for a particular word in this thing. Actually, I am searching for a particular word, idli star. Okay, idli star or something. So idli star means it will search for how many times it is. Check if the string contains, see that means here when I use it, check the string contains idli for 0 or n number of occurrences. How many times? In this particular sentence, if you look at it, idli is there for only one time. Okay, idli is there for only one time. Or if I try to, instead of idli, if I put it for breakfast, it will check how many times that particular. So it is something like a string. I'm looking at only the expressions, only for the text file. It will search for the breakfast, how many times this is coming. So there is at least, what is the meaning of it actually? Is there at least one match or it is more than one? The meaning of it actually, minimum how many is there or it's the n number of times it is repeating. Is it 3 times it is repeating or 4 times it is repeating or 5 times it is repeating is what we will try to look into that. Are you getting? Then we have other characters also. Say for example, we have one more thing, what is called as a plus. Okay, we have one more meta character, it is called as a plus. It is at least one or more occurrences, one or more occurrences. Okay, would we how to write this particular thing? Say for example, in that case, I'm going to use this particular thing as, say I will put it as idli plus. See here, idli star. Idli star and idli plus has different meanings. So I will search for 0 occurrences or I will search for minimum 1 occurrence. So this is how your regular expressions will clearly look for that particular whatever I am looking at or whatever maybe the character I am looking at, exact match I am going to search it. Okay, so if I put it for plus, what it's going to do? So let me try for one more example. Let me define instead of idli, let me define some kind of a rain. Let me call this, let me write a simple code for that on rain. So import RE, okay. Let the text be something like on the rain in Bangalore. So it's the rain in Bangalore, let me put on the rain actually. The rain in Bengaluru is heavy in November. Let me put something, some sentence. I put a string. Now, in the string, I will search for something. What I will search for? I will search for a particular word. I will search for a word actually, AI or something. Or AI, how many times it is repeating. Or I will search for the word A, how many times it is repeating. Okay, so I will search for, so here I'm going to put something. So X is equal to RE dot search. Okay, I will search for A plus. I will search for A plus in the text. What is the meaning of it? What is the meaning of it actually? So the meaning of it is actually, it is going to search for, let us say the meaning here is check for the string, check for the string which contains A, okay, A followed by one or more times. If there is a one match, or if there is one more than one match. If the string contains AI followed by one or more characters. So if you try to look at it actually, is the AI followed by any number of characters? A followed by a number of characters, if you look at it, yes, A is followed by I or N. Here also A followed by LURE. Here also I have A followed by V into V and Y. So I have nearly 3 times it is repeating. That means that see, A followed by one or more characters, that's the meaning of it. Okay, A plus means A followed by how many number of characters? A followed by 2 characters here, A followed by your 4 characters here, A followed by 2 characters here. So precisely I will be able to search it actually. This is how your search option. I am trying to simplify this particular, try to explain you. I'm taking some examples, I'm trying to explain you how your search operation, so your code, when I try to write a code actually, how your search operation will work. Okay, using your meta characters, I'm going to search it. And this each meta character, say for example, if I'm trying to use some kind of a flower brackets or flower braces, specified number of extensions. Say for example, I have one more meta character, something like your flower braces. What is it actually? It clearly tells exactly how many number of times, or exactly the specific number of times those things are happening. How to do that actually? See, for example, I want to search for the word, say AI. Say AI, okay? AI, if I try to put 2 times, what does it do actually? It will search for that in the string. See this particular string. Whatever the string I have now, in this string, it will search for 2 times. How many times? At least one match is there. At least one match is there which contains at least AI 2 letters. AI 2 occurrences. How many are there? One, sorry, here it is 2 is there. So I have one. AI, it's not there. So it's 0. AI. So instead of this particular, let me put it as Instead of Bengaluru, let me put it as, yeah, some Spain, let me put. So then only Spain. Okay. Now, so how many times occurrences are happening here? So AI followed by AI two occurrences. AI followed by any at least minimum one letter should be there. Okay. Now if you closely look at it, AI followed by N, one occurrence. AI followed by this particular thing, second occurrence. So there are two occurrences. Yes, there is at least one match or two match. Minimum if it is one match or two match, we will check in. Followed by two letters or followed by one letter. If I try to put here, instead of two, there is one match. If I tell instead of AI, if I put one, this will be two occurrences. Because I have AI followed by N, one occurrence, AI followed by N, one occurrence. Okay. Or maybe if I put rainy, rains or something like that, then AI followed by how many letters? Two letters are there? One letter. It all checks for how many AI followed by one letter or two letters. AI followed by two letters. AI followed by exactly two letters. Okay, two letters how many times? If I look into that particular thing, then I will do. Or say for example, uh, let me put some other letter. Let me put some word. Plane. Okay, PLAIN is a letter actually, it's a string. Now I want to search for a letter, something called as AL or something like AI, so something like LA followed by how many letters? LA followed by two letters, how many occurrence? Or maybe I can put for something like our own maybe Karnataka, okay, where I can put AT followed by how many words? Three letters or two letters. It will search for, see, this Karnataka may be a letter in a particular string. What I am going to do is a regular expression is, I will search for this particular letter using some kind of instance. See, I can search for putting search for Karnataka instead of Karnataka, just like you are going to do a Google search. So instead of that, I am going to give some key characters. So those characters is what we call it as meta characters. It is how you are going to search using your code. Say for example, I have other kind of meta characters. Say you have your open, that is brackets like this. Okay. So the first one, it is nothing but a left one will show that this particular thing, your string has started. This means string has closed. So this shows that the string has started. So when you close the bracket, the string has closed. So whenever you are trying to use this, see, you look at this particular thing, that means I'm going to search here. So look at this string has started, string has closed. Starting and closing. Okay, then hope you remember here I used one dot actually. So here, if you come across this particular thing, I used a dot. Idli dot star. Dot means it can match any character. Okay, dot means dot. It means it can match any character. Dot means it can match any character. So just like your dollar means it's going to end of the line. So star means it can check any character with zero or how many number of times. Or check for a character, that is your plus means check for a particular character either one or how many number of times, n number of times. Or check for that particular thing using your flower brushes, how many number of times, either one time or two times or three times, you can check it. So these are some of the simple things what we can do using your regular expressions. Now, before the use of regular expressions, as I told you have to import the your RE, that is your library, or your what you call it as your module. Now, in case of your regular expressions, we use certain functions which are very, very regular. Okay, a set of functions. So what are those functions actually? Find all, search. Okay, the search function and split function. So 2 to 3 sub functions. There are some certain examples. These functions are used. See, the functions used, the functions regularly used with regex, that is your regular expressions. What are the different functions we use it actually? So to begin with, already we have seen the search function. So that is the first one is the search function. What is it actually? How to use it actually? To use this, what I'm going to use? re dot search. Within this, I'm going to put whatever I want to search. Okay. Now the second one is I'm going to use what is called as I want to find. So I'm going to use a function what is called as find all. Okay, what is this find all? See, the find all function returns a list containing all the matches. It's going to find it. Okay, if you want to, so the second function which I'm going to use it actually this find all. How to use it actually? Re dot find all. So within that, whatever I want to do, I'll do that. We will look into these examples. When I take up the example things, when I come up, I will show this. How? So today we are just trying to show you what are these regular expressions, how to use it. One is a search function. The second one is a find all function. So which is used in other functions also. Maybe split function. Sometimes I may have to split it actually. So split functions return a particular list where the string has been split for that particular match. Okay, so if you want to use this actually, re dot split, then my condition. So the red dot, maybe underline what I'm doing, that is the condition. So this is my condition, what I'm going to give, what I am searching for, what I want to expect, what I'm doing that using the split function. Okay, then there is one more thing, sub function, which is very rarely used. We have one more function which is called as a sub actually. The sub function, it's going to replace the, see, we use, I think most of us we use this word, no? Maybe what we try to do, search and replace. Say I want to replace some word the with their. So in that case, we try to use this particular, or I want to replace that with some space or some blank space, a particular character with some blank space, then I'm going to use this particular thing. So the sub function will try to replace the match or replace the what you are searching for with the of the text of your choice or what you want to do. Okay, if I want to use this actually, how to use it? Re dot sub what I want to do my operation, what I want to replace. This is how you are going to use your regular expressions. Okay, here, see, the most important, there's the four simple examples. You have other functions also. So one function is maybe I can use string, and other functions we use is actually very regularly we use is some very rarely used actually, group, span. So a lot many we use it actually. Let me write that also. So some functions, but regularly we use search, find all, split. So this first three is commonly used regular expressions. We have other one is span actually, that is re dot span. So what does it do actually? It returns the, see, this span will work with a tuple. Okay, so a tuple containing a given position. So whenever I want to use a regular expression with a given tuple, okay, we use this span. Say I want to, sometimes I want to use this particular returns a string a particular, so I want to check for a particular string. Pass, say I want to pass a string actually. It's something like you want to string pass into a function. If I want to do that, then I'm going to use, there is a inbuilt function what is called as string. Okay. Or, so we have one more thing what is called as group actually. We have one more thing which is called as group. So re dot group, if I do that, it is going to return a given part of the string where that particular match is existing in that particular thing. It's going to return a particular part of it. So these are very rarely used, but regularly the search, find all, and split is regularly used. Okay, this particular, we'll try to look into some examples of it in the coming classes. So the major thing what we try to look into your regular expressions is actually regular expressions are used to search for a particular character. Search for a particular character, then search for that particular thing, and it's going to give you what you want. Okay, it's going to give what you want. Or sometimes we will use one more function. So that function is also the starts with actually. Yeah, starts with. Okay, it will check for a particular, say re dot starts with your condition. The condition will say, for example, I have some kind of a text file which starts with a letter from. So in that case, what I'm going to use? I'm going to use something like using if statement. If that particular text or particular string starts with from, show that how many times it is repeating. So that has an output. So the dot means it's going to search for any character. So the moment if I put star means what, how many number of times, either one time or two times. The moment if I put plus means one time or more number of times. Okay, we'll come up with some examples. We'll come up with some examples. That examples will clearly show what exactly we are trying to search. So maybe when I take up the example, what I'm going to show you is actually I'll take a text file, and from the text file we'll try to search for what we are trying to, all the operations what we try to, whatever I discussed now, those things we'll try to